all it is. Go live.
Jason will be here for 5 minutes and I'll go watch Grimm.
Oh, that's right. He is on, isn't he?
I think he is. I'm not sure.
Well, it shows we're live. I guess I still somewhat know how to do this. I have no idea. Probably won't be much of a crowd because Mark just reminded me that everybody's favorite is live right now, and I completely forgot about it. But I guess we had to get this in on one night. I can't step on Mark's toes every night, and I know he was dying to go live on his own channel this evening, but
Not really, because I ain't got a fucking thing to talk about as vape related. Nothing.
well, you better bring your A game tonight. But anyway, I feel kind of rusty at this shit already, but I don't know. I'm gonna give it my best shot again. Yep, y'all know what it is. I was about to say Happy Tuesday, everybody, but it sure the hell ain't Tuesday. Anyway, it's time for the smoothest transition, I guess, in any show game. I don't know anymore. And I don't know. Hell, it might not be the longest running show anymore since I'd have missed
Here we
some. But
go.
anyway, here we go, folks. What is going on, folks? It's the T.T.V show number 407. What's happening, folks? No Mikey tonight. I think Mikey's down in Peru right now. He's testing out some new products down there, so he will not be with us this evening. But Peru was calling, so that's where he went. But anyway,
Vaping Peru?
yep. So we are going to be without Mr. Mikey Vapes tonight. But anyway, apologize. I've been out of the scene for, really, it's only been a week and a half, but I guess it kind of seems like two shows. I've had some stuff come up, but, and it just, I was taking care of it. So that is the reason for my missing there. But, I don't know, man. I feel rusty right now. Rusty on the mic. But Mark hadn't missed a beat, so Mark knows
Oh,
how to
wow.
carry this shit if I'm starting to mess up. But I don't know. Do you want to do some fabulous buffets? I mean, I haven't really even talked to Mark in a little bit, so I don't know if he's piled up even more shit over there on the desk or if he's started selling shit. There's no telling with him. I mean, what's the story now?
Nothing other than just waiting for companies. But I got like one. I got a disposable that you're supposed to fill with liquid. I didn't know that, and I took it out of the package, and I took a vape off of it, and it was all burnt cotton.
Oh shit!
Craziest disposable I ever heard of. We got that little beauty right there. I just rewicked it today,
There you
and then we got the usuals. We got we got that one and that one, and we got this little pod system right there.
go.
Nothing too
Ooh.
fancy. Same stuff.
Yep, there you go. Well, I'm kind of same with me. Trusty old tripod and the boxer. I did break out some new juice. I got some of that peach and pear from the Unsalted line, and I got my little Modi thing charging up over here. And I'm repping for the boys tonight. Old Phil and Dimitri and whoever else is a part of all this right here. But I'm about to try some of this blueberry stuff right here. I was just telling Mark, so I've been on the Mama B shit here. That's the rice pudding one. And I was nursing the last of the bottle and realized, hold on. Is there something wrong with the mic? Is
No,
that?
I had my mic in the screen, and people they're going
Oh,
crazy.
okay,
They don't
okay.
they don't want the mic there. I'm sorry.
See, I gotta have my shit up by me, but anyway. Michael Blim, thank you for the donation there. He said, nice of you join us. Hope all is well. I appreciate that, sir.
What's up, Michael?
So last night, like I said, I was nursing the last of it. So it was time to break into a new flavor because I got everything in the unsalted line. So I was going to try something new. So I decided I would go with the salty which is supposed to be a caramel salted caramel, whatever it is. And I was thinking, you know what, that would probably be a good one. So did a absolutely perfect wicking job on the tripod, like that's so hard to do in MTL version. Got all the tank cleaned up. I will say this: when you're ready to change out a flavor in this tank, and you really want your tank cleaned up, you got to make damn sure. You know, with anything else, you really don't have to, but you got to make sure you got your kit laying around so you can actually take the damn thing apart to do all the work. Again, no big deal. I mean, because I don't know anybody that's changing out flavors like every day on one and got to keep washing her shit out. But anyway, got the tank all cleaned up, re-wicked, put the juice in there, took my first hit off of it, and I took a pretty big rip off of it. I literally coughed my ass off for about 15 minutes last night. I don't know what it is about that flavor, and maybe that flavor is just not for me, or maybe the particular bottle I got, something, I can't say it hadn't been steeped, because it's had to have its good steep time in already. I don't know what was going on with it, but it absolutely killed me. I'm talking 15 straight minutes of just coughing my ass off. And then I tried to take some little baby hits off of it, and it was still pretty damn rough. And the flavor, it just didn't seem to have much of a flavor to it. So I don't know what it was.
The salty one or which one?
Salty. I think that's the name of it, salty. Is yours like a red color?
It's mine right here.
Hold on, let me find.
I guess mine's like an orange. I got mine in a pod system. It's a little. I mean, I'm not getting the same thing you're getting. Maybe you got a bad bottle. I'm not sure. It's kind of orange colored, I guess. Maybe.
Where in the hell is that bottle at?
Pretty smooth. 12 milligram.
I'm looking.
Is it true that 5 Ponds is closing? Is that true or is that a rumor? If that's true, it's time for me to stock up.
Who's closing?
5 Ponds? Where did you hear this, Jason? Or is this a rumor that you're starting? Because I'm about to buy out every bottle of.
Tell me that doesn't look red. Look at that.
Oh yeah, it does. You're right.
So to me, it's like,
Mine's
yeah, yours ain't, dude. Mine's like, I mean,
Yeah,
red. Well, maybe that's what it was. It's a jacked up bottle then.
Maybe they just dumped too much nicotine in yours.
I don't know, dude, but I'm telling you, man, it took a little while of getting over that one. But so I had to break this all back down, re-wick, clean it all back up, and then I went with this peach and pear, and the peach and pear is pretty good for somebody that doesn't really care for all, like a lot of different kind of fruit shit. I guess in an MTL it's pretty good, but I don't know, man.
Because I know Phil and I don't know about Dimitri, but I know Phil. He doesn't like them crazy complex flavors. He likes pretty basic flavors.
And the watermelon peach, which I've been using in a pod system. Well, you can't really tell, but there's a few more squirts left out of it, and I'm done with it. So in a pod system, it's awesome, but I couldn't see myself using that like, I don't know, like if it was in 3 milligram, I couldn't see me vaping it like that. That's some higher wattage shit.
So yeah, if you go on their website, as of June 30th, they are closing.
Yeah, didn't they just put out that like anniversary shit?
That's weird.
Is that why they put the anniversary shit out?
I don't know. They were talking to me about sending me some products to, like, not necessarily review, but kind of promote them and stuff. But
yeah,
I guess if they're talking to me, they're pretty desperate. So that's a good indication.
Damn. Well, looky there, Mr. Robert Scarelli. What's going on, my brother? A 36-month member. He said, "What's up, boys? What's happening, Mr. Scarelli?"
What's up, Roberto?
Uh,
Damn, I'm gonna have to go stock up. Holy shit.
damn, that is going to be
Mm.
but all that shit you use for MTL stuff, right?
No, I used the 6 milligram for direct lung.
Oh, okay.
I just like two juice out of all their juices they have. I only like two of them. So I don't
Uh,
like their fruit ones or their legacy ones or their tobacco. I just like the original ones.
gotcha. Oh shit, Mr. Marvin Norton, the oldest piece of shit in vaping. What is going on there, you sorry SOBU? Mr. Scarelli, thank you for the donation there, sir. He said, "What's good?" Shit, that's good right there. I appreciate that though, Robert.
Jason said that's a bad. I don't think it's a bad sign. Just think it's a sign that people are not wanting to pay $25 or $30 for a 60 ml bottle anymore. With all these DIYers like Stevie Marquez and all that running these Facebook groups, I mean, you can get juice so much cheaper now. Like it's almost pointless to spend that much money on a bottle of juice.
Or is it just one more sign of
The end coming, maybe. I mean,
the stranglehold being put on certain companies? I mean,
could do that.
it's kind of it's been a very, very slow death, but obviously it's not dead yet. But
I wonder if I ask them like privately why they're closing, if they'll be honest with me.
do they know who you are?
Yeah.
Well, shit, they ought to answer you then.
Well, so what's funny is I remember I emailed them about something, and the lady said, "Oh, we're going to give you a little special coupon code so you can just order from our site directly." I said, oh, "Okay, that's fine." The one of the guys that runs the place sent me a message saying he was going to send me a bunch of juice to promote him twice in like a 3 month period. He never sent anything.
Damn.
Because I got a coupon from him, but ordering from their site is horrible because it takes over a week, like a week and a half, to get shit because they use one of those weird delivery services.
Yeah.
So that could be another reason why people are not ordering from them anymore because that no one wants to wait that damn long for a bottle of juice, especially if it's $30.
All right, folks, here goes another first. If y'all hear me choking so this is the first hit I'm about to take off this blueberry stuff.
Here goes.
Now, obviously, this juice ain't red, so I'm not too concerned. But if I do start choking up, y'all know what the hell's going on. So let's see what we got here. Oh, shit. I was sitting here waiting for the the crazy shit to happen. For the first hit, that's pretty good.
Are you sure, like, your coil wasn't, like, the leads weren't touching and it was shorting? Like,
Negative
anything like
because, dude, no, because I didn't, when I cleaned it out,
Mm-hmm.
no, nothing was good. Like, everything looked good when I took it apart. Everything's been working. And when I put this other juice in, it worked perfect. The color of this juice is telling me something's fucked up.
Yeah, I mean, that is possible. Never say never.
I mean, to me, if you've got a caramel flavored anything, I don't know. I mean, I'm no DIY expert, but if we have people that mix juice out there and are mixing like a caramel flavor, does your shit come out red?
No, I don't think I've ever had.
I don't think I have either. So dude, it was like real. It almost like it kind of kept pushing my interest. Every time I was seeing the color of it, I was like, something's different here. So
Are you gonna ask Phil or no?
no, I'm not going to use it and discard it and just chalk it up to I guess I got a jacked up bottle. So I don't know, man. But yeah, so I haven't. Dude, I've just been vaping on the same old shit. I have not done any. I guess I haven't been inspired like you have been here the past couple of weeks with shit.
I had no inspiration this week. I've been burnt. I think because I'm vaping to 5 ponds like every day. Like right now, I'm not getting nothing from vaping. Like I don't taste nothing. I don't get nothing. Like I'm not satisfied with any of the tanks anymore.
Uh-oh. So we
I need to
about
change the juice out or something. I gotta do something.
or resort back to the $10 devices.
No, I just think because I'm vaping I got that juice loaded up in every fucking tank
See,
except for one.
that's the way I was with this shit right here.
And I think it's burning me out.
I've been using this strictly basically on a lot of my MTL shit other than the naked. I have been using this for years now and still got a shit ton of bottles. And I
You don't get burned out from
realized,
it?
huh?
You get burned out
Oh
from it? Or
yeah, I
no?
was because when I did the first build on this that night, me and you were in your did your live thing. I ran it in this one too, and it this seemed to enhance the flavor a tad bit more. But after using it for a while, I just went back to that no tasting just because I'd used it way too long. So I think that's why I've kind of enjoyed some of these different 12 milligram flavors from Phil and Dimitri's line because I guess it's just refreshing. So
Yeah.
I'm certain you use anything long enough, you're going to get burned out. But I use that other shit way, way too long. And so, where have you been, ST? I've always been here. I just, I hadn't been on YouTube in a little bit, but
Burnt lungs. That could my lungs might be burnt. That could be
shit.
true. Popcorn lung and burnt lungs. That'll do it.
What about, what was it they used to say, drink a Dr. Pepper or some shit and it kind of like gets rid of the,
There's all like hot sauce, pickle juice, vape menthol, or brush your tongue, all kinds of crazy, or
no.
coffee or some shit. Like I think I'm just gonna change out all the juice completely and just take a break on this shit for a while.
Have you got anything still
Exciting.
like high dollar coming that you
Uh,
found?
I bought another dwarf. The air was in stock. It might still be, but then I started watching videos and I started looking on Google like the Air versus the Tripod 2, and everywhere I read says that if you have the Tripod 2, there's no point in getting the Air.
I think the only reason why you would want an air, it is a little different,
Yeah,
a little bit. But two, I think might be more for the aesthetics of it to where you want a 24 millimeter on something opposed to a 22. But I guess it's even though I haven't picked up the air, not that I've gotten discouraged with it or hate it or anything. I just haven't found myself picking it up lately because I've kind of been in a different place for a little while and just haven't been like in that mood to be like, oh yeah, I'm just enjoy. I've been picking up my freaking budget devices and just doing my thing on them. But I when I was using it, my short little stint of using it, I enjoyed using it. Wasn't it wasn't like oh my god, this is a piece of crap or some shit like that. But
and I knew right when I bought another dwarf that goddamn RTA would come in stock, and even the Typhon 23 millimeter came in stock. I'm like, God damn it, I don't. And I knew I don't need these fucking atomizers because I can barely use all the ones I have right now. I got two that are not even in use.
so you ordered a third dwarf?
No, I was going to, but I didn't.
Oh, okay, okay.
The
What would be the purpose in having three of them?
the GT4.
No, the dwarf.
Oh no, I ordered a second one of the dwarf.
I
So I
thought you
got
already
two.
had a second one.
No, I had one. When I bought one, I bought two tanks with it, so I had a spare tank. So this time around, all I need to do is buy the build deck.
Oh, I gotcha. I gotcha.
I just it vapes so good, and it's that bottom fill. Even though it sounds horrible, it's actually quicker than the top fill.
Yeah. I I noticed on I think it was either today or yesterday. I noticed that oh my God, Vaping Art had made a post about having the air in stock, but
Yep.
dude's into blades too, and blade shows going on. So if you order anything off that site, it's not getting shipped till next Monday anyway. So, but
And I'm like, if I get the air, I got to get the extension tank because if not, it's a 2 ml direct lung tank, which makes no sense. So I'm like, that'll put me at like the $200 mark after taxes and this and that. I'm like, I don't need to do this.
yeah, that's. I mean, you can only use one, and unless you want like three different damn flavors and shit, and or two different flavors, how many ever you're gonna have, I don't know. It just at a point, it's kind of like you're throwing your money away on shit over there. But that hey, who am I to say about throwing money away on shit? We've all got our hang-ups that we like to do shit with. So
How come you guys don't use Mike's Blaze products? I don't think we don't. I don't think I don't have the Blaze. I don't
well, I was
know.
gonna say one good reason I don't have it, but
I don't even know who makes it. Who's making it? Do we
I
know?
think that's isn't it Vapor's Cloud or some shit like that?
Oh, is it?
I'm not 100% certain, but I think that's who's doing it.
Yeah, I don't. I've never. I think I've talked to Vapors Cloud one time in my life.
I don't know. Not to say that I mean I wouldn't try it. I haven't. I don't have it. But Chris Matty, thank you for the donation there, sir. He said, Mark, Todd got the Typhoon GTC in, and hold on before we get too far. GTC, and he isn't too keen on it, but it's early to really know for sure.
Oh, good.
What the hell is the Typhoon GTC?
So it's a Typhon tank that uses the dot coils from Dot Mod, but you can. It's only made to work with the higher resistance, like the point 0.9 and point 0.6, I think it is. The point 0.3, it's not made to work. I don't know if it works with it or not, or if the air, but it's a sub ohm tank pretty much, made by Typhon people
Okay.
for almost $100, but it uses dot coils.
Oh, okay.
And I
Okay.
was gonna jump on it until I read that it doesn't. It's made to work with the point 0.9 and point 0.6, and I'm like, oh, wait a minute, okay,
Gotcha.
I might wait.
Angel Gomez, what's going on there, sonny boy? Thank you for the donation there, sir. He said, thanks for the love today. Missed Thursday shows.
This is a Tuesday show.
This is a Tuesday show. This is a makeup show from Tuesday that we're doing on Thursday, but I think I know where he's going with that right there. So I do believe I know where he's going. I do. I do want to apologize because I know there's probably a lot of people that would rather be over on Mark's channel with him having a live going instead of it going on over here. But I did confirm it with this man. I told him I wasn't going to do any show this week. I was just going to leave it alone because I don't think if I don't do it on Wednesday or not Wednesday, hell, I'm getting my days. But if I don't do it on Tuesday night, I probably won't get a chance to do one in because I think Mark's covered the other 6 days of the week. So,
Well, I got a strike, and then that's when you
well,
decided
that's
to do a
that's what it
Thursday.
was. That's what Mark hit me up and said he had got a strike, and yeah, of course, if you get a strike, you can't do lives or anything for a week. So I said, well, why don't we shoot for Thursday then, since you're not going to be able to do your shit? And I'll be damned. He was like, yeah, that sounds cool. So I go onto Facebook, and that's when I put my post up in my group. And I'll be damned. As soon as I made that post, he texts me back and he says, you're not going to believe this shit. They just fucking got rid of the strike. I'm like, damn, them some bitches work
That
quick
was
on
quick.
that one.
Shout out to Brian. I don't know how to say his last name. It starts with a P. Panikas.
Palinkas?
There we go. He helped retweet it, and the minute I tweeted and the minute he retweeted it, I immediately got a response from them. That never happened. Usually it takes a while. And then right before when they said, "Can you send the link to the video?" As I went to get the link to the video, I'm like, "Holy shit, the video's still up. How's that possible?" And then I looked, the strike was removed.
So why don't you tell them, since I don't know if you been live since you've gotten that strike?
Mm-mm.
So Do you want to tell the folks what video got struck?
It was I think it was this Vaporesso. If I'm not mistaken, it was this mod right here. I
So
don't know
again,
what it was.
no rhyme or reason why they're doing what they're doing. They just randomly, and see, this even shows you how things make no sense. So they randomly picked this video. He didn't break any freaking rules in that video. He got a strike just like that. But then to have the appeal overturned and him win that just like that without any waiting on it just kind of shows you there's problems in this system.
But I noticed at around 5 a.m. that morning, YouTube age restricted 15 of my videos. Like I got like 16 emails, and I'm looking through them. I'm like, oh no, please say there's not a video that got deleted email, and there sure was. But yeah, they age restricted like a shit ton of videos.
It still doesn't make any sense what goes on with this shit. It's
But I think that little intro thing, where where a lot of channels put up like their intro, like we don't promote vaping or promote the sale.
yeah.
I think because when I emailed them the appeal, I put it clearly states in the intro of my videos that I don't promote the use or sale, and I think maybe that's what kind of made it overturn so quick, as they seen that in the intro and they're like, okay, yeah, he's not promoting it. So I don't know. Maybe that was why it turned. I've never had a strike turn over that quick before.
We've been talking about this shit forever, and we're always sitting here kind of racking our brains wondering because a lot of the times the reason what you get is so open to what
Yeah,
part of the video could be. They'll even timestamp it, but when they timestamp it, they'll timestamp it at a point where you said, "Hey, what's going on?" It's like, okay, why did you hit that? So it's stupid, man. There's no reason for what goes on with some of this stuff. So I'm
yeah, it was.
shocked that I haven't been hit yet with something crazy because I mean,
I don't.
obviously I do more lives than anything. So you would think at some point where we've talked some crazy shit on these lives that, something would have popped up, but I don't know.
I Yeah, they of course they said I was promoting the sale. I'm like, I in the video I didn't say anything. I don't think I did, but who knows? You have to age restrict all vaping. Yeah, no, that I know. I do know that, but I mean, I age restricted. I click this video is not for kids. That part I do, but isn't there like another thing you got to check?
Well, there's the
No.
one that I think I think there's actually an restriction, but there's also you have to constantly keep the one check that no, this video is not for kids. It's like two different things going
Yeah, that
on
one
there
I
with
have.
it.
I don't. I could swear all my videos are age restricted. Like I always click this. I mean, my channel is set default to not for kids,
Yeah, I don't know.
unless there's a separate section for like over 18 or some shit. I don't know.
By the way, somebody asked me a little while ago if I'm going to Blade Show. As much as I would love to go to it, no, I will not be there. I mean, obviously because it opened today and I'm not in Atlanta right now, but I would love to be there for that.
That'd be pretty.
Well, just
Vape
because I'm so
Expo.
big, I'm so big in the knife community now. It'd be like when we used to go to the vape events, and I couldn't walk 2 feet without having 20 people like wanting autographs from me. I mean, it's just, it's what I've posted a few knife shorts, and everybody's picked up on it, and I know everybody's sitting there laughing their ass off, going, "Dude, you're talking a lot of shit." But
I can only imagine the prices on some of the shit they bring there. Holy fuck!
see, when you go to an event like that, and I listen to some of these people, you need to have about, and you really need to have it on you. You need to take close to about 10 grand worth of cash with you.
Shit.
I mean, you ain't going to go to an event. Well, see, this is what's messed up. You remember when you go to a vape event, if you had like $100, you could walk out with bags of shit from an expo. If you go to a knife event with $100, you ain't walking out with shit. You won't get a damn thing other than a kicking ass out of there. But Yeah. It would be dangerous for me to go to some shit like that anyway, but
It's an extra window you open. Yeah, see, I do. I open up. There's two little check boxes whenever I upload a video, and I always check them off. One's not for kids, and then the other one I forget what the other one says. But the only downside to doing that is your videos don't get promoted. Like they don't come up into search.
yeah.
So it's like the only people who are going to know about your video are either your subscribers or I don't know how they find videos nowadays if they're age restricted.
I think Marvin's on the sauce tonight because Marvin says, I love me. Who do you love?
What did Cheryl say? Don't ignore me. Mark, are you lonely yet? Yes, I am very lonely. Why don't you come by, Cheryl, please?
Why would you be lonely?
Because Angelo's out in fucking Tennessee.
Oh, when did she go?
4 a.m. Got
And how
there
long she gone for?
Sunday.
Holy shit.
Yep.
What the fuck? Well, I know what you're going to be doing a good bit of the time. Your channel's going to be, dude, that would have been messed up for you too, because if you'd have had your strike, well, you could have went to your other channel and played around on that, I guess.
When I got that strike, I was like, "Oh my god, this is the fucking wrong time for this." But then today, I didn't know what to do a video on. I'm like, what am I going to do a video on? I don't know. I was clueless.
So what's on the lineup for the rest of the week then? I mean, there's got to be some shit going on.
I'm gonna do the Friday thing, and then whatever else. I don't know. I got like vape products, but companies are not giving me the okay yet.
Well, see, that's what you should do. Man, tomorrow is Friday, isn't it?
I know.
That's what you should do tomorrow. You should bring Cheryl on tomorrow, and that'll be your co-host for your show tomorrow.
Come on, Cheryl.
That way,
Now you'll make it.
that way, Cheryl can get her first taste of going live on the internet, and I could see the two of you on a Zoom doing a live feed tomorrow.
I don't think I've never met her. We've never met her.
I've never met her either, but I mean, I've talked to her, but I've never met her. But this would be the funny thing. Mark would be so full of anxiety, and he's not even in the same room as this person, but just being him and her on a Zoom meeting,
Yeah.
Mark wouldn't know what to do. Mark would kill that show probably within 5 minutes. And I don't know how Cheryl would react to something like that, but
All hell's gonna break loose.
I would say this though. I know if Cheryl did come on, she'd probably put everybody to shame. Her just sitting in that mansion she's got, I'm sure her backdrop would be probably one of the coolest looking backdrops for a video. So
Well, they got the helicopter. You and your husband could come by, and then we could do the show, and you guys could fly back out. I got a driveway you can land the helicopter in.
there you go. And that just shows you how big the property Mark lives on. Because if you're landing choppers in that motherfucker, that son of a bitch is big. So, but
Thatcher's he's on a roll tonight. He must be drinking hardcore. Joe was on Zoom one time. I was there. No,
DC, what?
He's never been in Zoom. You might be thinking of another. You're thinking of that one chick. I forgot her name.
DC, as far as I know, you've only been on Zoom one time, and that's when I seen you with your shirt off and then never seen you again.
The time he came in for the first time was the time that the room got hacked and they were playing illegal porn videos. So he hops in the room and the screen's being shared. He's like, "What the fuck is this?" And I think it freaked him out a little bit.
Ooh, I think I remember you telling me about that. Dude, didn't the same thing happen to
That one chick.
no. Didn't that happen in Brian's room?
Yep.
Or what was it his room or somebody else? It got hacked and it stayed in there for a long time.
Yeah. They were showing like different videos, but on this time it got hacked. They were showing like illegal porno, and That was pretty creepy. Like the shit I've seen, I can't unsee that shit. Woo!
Crazy ass shit right there.
I'd, I'd sit in the bathroom. Is your bathroom that nice? What's up, Rex?
Anywhere you sit your ass down in her house, it's nice. I mean, you could probably live in her 20-door garage with all those Lambos and Ferraris. I'm sure you could eat off the floor in there. So she knows how she rolls. So no more. Are we done with the disposable game?
No, I got one. It's kind of a. I don't even want to. It's a weird disposable. You got to fill it up yourself.
Oh, you just said that a little while ago.
I
Well,
think.
wait, how is that a disposable if you're filling it up your damn self?
You fill it, and you can refill it, but you can't change the coil, and you can charge it, which makes. I mean, it's kind of weird. Like I don't know. It doesn't make any sense, but
That doesn't make. See, I said that before in a video. They're starting to make disposables where they're really not disposable anymore.
well, yeah, they're like that's something I've never heard a company. Well, they probably have done it before, but they're just trying to think of any old idea. And then Wotofo, out of all people, I haven't heard from these guys in like 20 years. They sent me another weird looking disposable. So they're doing the whole battery disposable part,
God.
shabam shaboom, and then I guess you just throw that away and grab a new one.
See, it's. I don't. I guess it's like anything else. You go with that one crazy style that pretty much everybody's had that looks like a little box with a damn molded tip to it, and you probably go through every shape you can.
Yep, they give you two shapes. You can go with the box shape or the tube shape. You want the box? Pop it in the box. Want it in the tube? Put it
Oh
in the
my
tube.
God.
They're
What's
doing
the
everything.
milligram on it?
50,
50. Good
5%.
old 50. Good old Good old throat choking shit.
What the kids like, man. You gotta give them what the kids
Yeah,
like.
I know. Actually, it ain't throat choking. Hell, that damn Nick salt goes down so smooth it puts you in a damn.
I know, ain't it?
It gives you a heart attack on down the road a little bit.
Like you don't even know, like you don't realize you vaped half a disposable and you just inhaled
Hell
how
no.
much?
That shit's scary because it's so damn smooth. That's why I got hooked on that shit so bad, because you start doing it for a while and you realize, man, it just doesn't get any smoother than this. But then you realize, because it is so damn smooth, you're hitting on it like it's a crack pipe.
I don't like. Why would a smoker like? Why would an ex-smoker want something so smooth though? Like that's
well,
what I
you
really
got to
think
think about
the
it though.
mindset is.
Is it really? Well, I don't know how I would say this. Because if somebody that's vaped for a long time, it seems like you can pretty much, like me and you, we've been vaping forever. So even like a higher nicotine, we could probably still do without, really getting choked up that bad. But I've let a few people that smoke try something that I've gotten a 3 milligram, and it literally choked them up because it's kind of a different way of taking that in.
Yeah.
But say like you were somebody that smoked, never vaped, and your first thing you tried was the highest dose on a disposable. I'm wondering if that would choke them up, or if it's still smooth enough where they wouldn't even.
Probably go down a lot smoother. You're right.
But I ain't fucking with that
Smooth
shit.
as ST Vapes' transition. His transition isn't that smooth, Jason.
Jason, you know what's up with that.
Mark can come stay with Vic and I while Angela is gone. Oh, okay. Thanks, Vic's mom. Mum, I'm sorry.
Good Lord.
You won't have anything to eat for a few days. Oh, you're worried. I actually made some frozen pizza, so I'm good. Thank you, Vic's mom.
I was fixing to say, did you get all the grocery shopping in line, or did you get all the places you're going to order from in order to make the calls?
We went grocery shopping on a Saturday for stuff for me, and by the time they left, there was all that shit was gone.
Now, Marcus went with, correct?
Yep.
Is
And
now
I made her take the dog too.
is he doing his normal where he's going to stay and she's going to come back?
No,
Or
he's coming back. Yeah, they're all coming back.
he's kind of at that point now. He probably would rather be here where
Yep.
all his buddies and shit are at now.
Yep.
Peggy said, if you're a smoker, your throat will be number. Yeah, that's. I
Like when I smoked, I don't know how everybody else is, but like I love the throat hit, like that kind of the kick to the throat you get from like smoking like a full flavor cigarette.
yeah.
That's something I don't get from if I got that from a disposable, I probably would like it more. But Nick
Well,
Salt for me just too smooth.
I do remember this though. I remember like when I got off cigarettes and transitioned into vaping. I went with a 24 milligram, but it
Hmm.
was in like the little Kangaroo Pro Tanky thing, Pro Tank 2, whatever it was. Uh, and I don't remember getting choked up when I did it. Now, of course, we're pushing what, 9, 10 years ago now. I could have forgotten, but it doesn't seem like I got choked up real bad because I feel like if I'd have kept getting choked up real bad right off the beginning, that I would have gotten discouraged real quick and just said to hell with it. But I
I was
s-
vaping. I think I was vaping 18 milligrams. Yeah, you had 20 what? Six? You said
24
28.
when I went into it because I knew because then well really at that point there wasn't sub-ohm tank shit.
Yep.
It was either at that point there probably could have been a few different variations there, but I remember the two biggest ones being it was either you go 24 or 36.
Yep. I remember the
So I
36.
was like, you know what, 36 might be a bit strong. And I was smoking lights at the end of my smoking career, so 24 seemed to be the better choice out of the two, but
Yeah, I was vaping. I think it was 18 milligram, and I was using the same style tanks. They had like a 1.8 coil, I think. But I remember the first time I made my own, like the contact coil for an RDA, whatever. Like I watched a video, and then I put that 18 milligrams on that coil, and that shit knocked me out. And then that's when I knew I had to switch to 3 milligram. So like I guess when you make these little contact coils, you got to lower your nick level because that shit was 18 was way too strong for that.
it seems funny but I kind of feel like even in the vaping world, I'm kind of an old timer because it really just hit me with what I just said. I started vaping before we even had sub-ohm tanks yet,
Yep.
and that seems like because
They were
it
just
feels like we've come through the era of sub-ohm tanks and we're even kind of past that now into all this other shit. But I don't
everything
know.
was like 1.8, 2.4,
Yep.
like I don't think 1.2 was a thing yet. And
It
then
was
when
either that or what very few were out there, you would do a rebuildable.
yeah,
And of course, me being fresh, it was like shit. I didn't even, nobody even, that's the one cool thing about the shop that I went to that I love so much. I told them what I needed. I told them what I was doing. I told them where I gave them my experience and how long I'd been smoking. So I didn't have some little kid then trying to go, well, oh, well, you know what? You need to jump into this little rebuildable thing and, just start. Because, man, knowing me, I'd have bought the damn thing thinking that this is what I'm supposed to do and got home and it'd have been in the trash can within 5 minutes and I'd have been back up at the store buying a pack of cigarettes.
yeah, all the rebuildables I seen people vaping on, they were using like the space coils, like 5, 6 wraps. The coils were like that far apart. But then when I was watching a video on YouTube, there was some Filipino guy like blowing these crazy clouds. I'm like, how the hell is this guy doing that? And then when I seen his coil, I'm like, it was like small and all pressed together. I'm like, then that's when I tried that. That's when vaping really changed. It made a
Yep.
huge difference.
That's right, Jason. Back when shops knew shit. That's back. And even then, the guy I dealt with, which I became real good friends with and used to hang up with him for years, I mean, he was a pretty young guy, but he knew his shit and he was very professional about what he was doing. It's not like, and I've walked in some shops before where people don't have a fucking clue and they're just trying to get some money off of you, selling you some bullshit. But
Yep. Christmas tree coils. Ho, ho, ho.
it's kind of funny too now because it's like, so the only reason why I need to go to a shop now, the only reason, and I haven't even, because I ran out of this, I'm out now of my lava. I still have to go to the shop to get this, but one bottle normally lasts me a couple of weeks. But when I walk in there now just to buy that, I like when I walk in there to do it because they see me, and I think right off the bat, they're thinking, oh, some fresh blood here. But as soon as I walk in, I'll say, I need the lava, the naked lava flow, 12 milligram, and I need to see the bottle for the date on it. And they kind of look at me for a second. They're like, okay, this dude might know his shit right here. So they'll look at it, show me the date, and we're good to go. So,
Damn.
and they always stamp the dates on these. So I'm always checking to make sure they ain't trying to, they didn't have a bottle sitting there from like 3 years ago that hadn't been like rearranged or something.
When that Pro Tank came out, that changed everything.
Oh, yeah. Well, then the Pro Tank 2 came out, which was a little bit different. But I had one of those little leather cases when I got my first starter kit.
Mm-hmm.
And I bought another one that had like a few little extra compartments. So I used to have a few little different Pro Tanks. I used to think that, you know, I was like the little Billy Bob badass that had all his cool shit in this little leather case. But
I bought I don't know, it was a tool belt. It was a tool holder for your belt. I don't know what it was for, a screwdriver or something, but it fit mods perfectly. And I would put it on my belt and put my mod in there. I looked like such a geek.
like a fanny pack or some shit.
Pretty much.
I
Check your email,
still have.
kind of nuttiness, run them off. What?
Jason said I still have a Pro Tank 2. I do too. I still got one of my first ones stashed away somewhere. I don't know exactly where it's at, but it's around there somewhere. Matter of fact, somewhere in that chest right there, because I got a lot of old vape shit in there, I still have one box left of Pro Tank 2 coils.
Oh, Jesus. Wow.
Those little look like damn 22 bullets or some shit.
Yep.
Little skinny little things.
They were weird looking. I quit using the Ego 1. It's a German chocolate from Halo. Ooh, I remember Halo. I used to vape their tobacco all the time. They had pretty decent tobaccos.
You said two scary things there, Cheryl. German chocolate and Halo. Halo to me used to make some pretty, I guess the few juices I had of theirs, they were all horrible. And just to think of what a German chocolate would taste like, I don't know. I've never been a big chocolate fan, like a strictly a chocolate fan on vapes.
No.
There have been some things like what was Mike's juice? The Boston cream.
Oh yeah, that one was about as close as I would get to chocolate.
That's about as far as I would take it right there. There was a hint of it in there. It was good. I liked it. But, you know, there was a company that had sent me like a box of juice that they were wanting a review or some shit and then said they didn't. But there was a few, I can't remember what the brand was, but they had a chocolate milk in there and it was supposed to taste like a chocolate shake or something. And just out of curiosity, I had put a little bit on a fresh RDA and tried it. And it was like, oh my God, this is nasty. I don't know how people can vape this shit, but you know, everybody's got their taste for whatever they do.
Yeah, I'm not a DIYer, but I would think chocolate would be the hardest thing to replicate because you don't see very many chocolate vapes out there. And even if you do, like, you never hear about them.
Yep.
Either that or people just don't like to vape chocolate.
Shit.
Golden Ticket. I remember that fucking... I think I actually got a bottle of that juice somewhere in my cabinet.
Yeah, I couldn't do... But still to this day, there's a lot of things that... Honeydew. I'm just not a big fan of that. And I know that was a big one with a lot of people that they loved. Chocolate. Never been a chocolate fan. There was another one that seems like everybody liked that I've
I
never
hate.
really been into the tropical shit. Like the
Yeah,
tropical flavors. I've never found something that was like, ooh, I'm enjoying vaping this shit. Like if I'm doing something that's fruit wise, I'm more or less kind of pretty simple where I'm like either an apple, strawberry, and really, or a banana. That's about my only three fruits that I can do all day with no issue.
I think for me, the weirdest juice I would vape was that there was a lemon custard from Volcano e-cigs, and something about lemon and custard don't sound, but for some reason it was always really good. But I don't do like blueberry. I don't like. I usually don't do candy vapes, but I need to start probably doing candy vapes because this 5 ponds. I'm like numb to it now. I've been vaping it so much.
Holy shit.
Liquid Bar made the first good chocolate. Did they? No chocolate taste off. What happened?
I'm sitting here vaping and I realized I just did something a second ago and I don't know why I did it, but I turned the juice flow off on the tripod for a second. And I was sitting there and I just took a vape and I was like, ooh, that don't taste right. And why in the hell did I turn that off? Dude, I'm losing my shit over here, man.
That's why I hate juice flow control. I just can't. Unless it's like a big 30 millimeter tank that really needs it when you feel. I don't think juice flow control. I don't think it's needed.
I hope I didn't fuck that shit up. Come on, let's make sure we get some
I
shit.
always forget to turn it on, turn it off. Boded's Mate Total Girl Scout Cookie. Is it? I didn't even know that, Peggy. I am the Castle Long, and what's the other one? It starts with a H or G. Is it? No, which one is it?
Dan, what's
Uh,
up, brother?
Grandmaster. Those are my two favorite. I could like. Well, I was vaping those two all day long until I kind of lost feeling.
What was the flavor on the Girl Scout cookie?
I don't know. I don't think I've ever tried the Boden's Mate one. I gotta look at that one.
Yeah, my big thing, other than those three fruits I just listed, I'm always been like the desserts or kind of bakery shit, something like that.
I wonder if. Oh,
Dude, I swear to God, I don't know how this has happened to me, and I'll just keep saying it. I cannot get sick of this right here. Dude,
I
I'm
know.
getting ready to do another big order of this shit because never in my life have I been hooked on a donut flavor for this long. And this is going to be my fourth big order.
And that's the glass, right?
Yes. This is about to be my fourth big order on this shit. And
I swore I had that before, but
I can't get
does
enough of it, dude.
is Peggy in disguise, or are we allowed to say who that is?
It's in her name.
Oh, okay. Um, Peggy, do you know, or are you able to say why 5 ponds is closing, or no? Out of curiosity, I figure if anyone would know, it might be
Now, I don't
you.
know if she'll publicly say that,
Yeah,
but,
that's what I.
and
If
she
you
might
can't
not
say it,
even know,
yeah.
but she might have an idea why.
I'm gonna message the dude and just see if he'll give me an answer. I'm just curious, like if no one's buying it, or if they're just whatever. If it's just too much of a pain in the ass to do it.
How much of that can you stock up on and get used up?
I bought a 120 of their anniversary, and then I got another six. I don't know. I do need more of the Grandmaster, so I might buy a bunch. But I'm gonna get it from
There you go, right there.
online retail issues. Okay, that's okay. That makes sense. But I'll probably get it from her because shipping from her is like instantaneous, as opposed to 5 ponds where it takes fucking 2 weeks.
You couldn't do the 5 pounds like you were doing the Gorilla Custard, though, could you?
That's how I've been doing it, and I burned myself out from it. Like with the Gorilla Custard, I could vape that shit for weeks, but this, like, if you do too much, like I've been vaping it for 2 weeks straight, or probably even longer, every single day.
Well,
The
that ain't
only
long.
juice,
That ain't long.
well, maybe
Well,
longer than 2 weeks.
not compared to what you even got me beat on it, but I did it for a long. That Gorilla Custard,
Yeah.
dude. I thought that I would never in my life, even though I knew it was going to come to a point we couldn't get our hands on it anymore, or I refused to pay that
That
price
price.
that they're asking for now because that's
Yep.
ridiculous what they're asking. Just for the simple fact of how much I know I go through it, there ain't no way in hell.
Nope.
But
I love the Looking Glass until Fagan threw Cloud Chemist. I didn't throw him under the bus. You know, it when I made that post about that because I love Cloud Chemist. That was like the best juice I've ever had in my life. But it's like you're damned if you do, you're damned if you don't. Like if I didn't say anything about that little bug that was in the bottle, then I don't know. I felt like I had to say something. I didn't say it for him to throw him under the bus. I just kind of said it to,
yeah,
hey, kind of look out and see what's going on. I don't know.
well, you did do it for some views too, but that's understandable. We were all
Absolutely.
looking for some little.
I love that dude's juice, and it's very expensive juice. And to find a a fruit fly or a gnat in the bottle was a bit disappointing. So I probably reacted too quick on that one. I probably shouldn't have went up. You know,
The Cloud Chemist shit,
it's
that was
expensive.
by far the best
Hmm.
breakfast juice you could get your hands on anywhere. I don't care. I don't care what company came up. There was no company that could beat them out. But that kaleidoscope shit they made, their other little, I guess they were all under one roof. I didn't like any of that shit.
I don't remember if I tried
You
it.
had it because
Tried.
Zegans had them send us all,
Oh, okay.
and it had that. It had that line, and it had the Cloud Chemist shit in it too. And I tried some of the Kaleidoscope, or if I think Kaleidoscope was the name of it, but I couldn't. I could never get with that shit for whatever reason. I don't know.
Smoke that bug and roll on. What the heck?
That was funny though. You posted that shit, and it was like we were having conference meetings in the background
Yes.
about what market.
I got phone calls, messages within like 5 minutes. I'm like, what are you
Shit.
doing? I'm like, I found a bug in the bottle. I just opened it. You sure you didn't put it in there? Like, no, I didn't put a fucking bug in the bottle. I just cracked the bottle open.
That was at that point in the vape scene where like if you had physical proof and mentioned anything about a company, I mean, it went worldwide. That if you did a post, it got shout out to everybody. There'd be all kind of shit going on with it.
Hmm. And then I just got like, and then Amy's like, oh, the guy's got a kid, and this. I'm like, I don't even know which way to turn with that one.
I still see. I don't. I'm guessing they're still going, but
Yeah,
we're
they are.
still friends on Instagram, and I still notice every once in a while I'll see different flavors on the Cloud Chemist shit posted on there. So I'm assuming he's still doing shit.
I
Oh,
want to
hold
just
on, hold on, hold on, hold on,
taste
hold
is
on,
good.
hold on, hold on. What am I thinking? I'm thinking of not Cloud Chemist. What's that other guy? What was the one? Who was the guy again? Uh,
You're asking the wrong person for names for me.
no, 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 no. Remember Ronnie knew the guys real good, and one of the flavors was like a root beer.
Oh, I know what you're talking about, but I forget the somebody in chat will know the name. I know what you're talking about though. Uh,
Somebody help me here.
Vape Wild had the gnat in it. No, Vape Wild maybe from somebody else, but mine was the Cloud Chemist. But this was like years and years and years ago.
Who's that guy? He's got like four different flavors, and we were
It's the one. It's the root beer that you liked, right?
yeah, but there was they also had like that
Oreo
vanilla
cookie or no?
cookie, yeah, some Oreo cookie, whatever the hell it was. What the hell was that shit?
Come on, someone say it in chat. I
Come on,
know.
I know somebody knows this. As soon as I
Cloud
see it,
Chemist. Prohibition.
Prohibition. There it is.
Thank you, James.
Yeah, they
15 for 100 mil? I don't believe that.
Mark, your shit made out the same material your leggings on. Damn.
Actually, it is made out of some like weird. It's some kind of weird, stretchy. I don't know what kind of material this is, but it feels weird. It really shows off my curves. I know that, and I think it's kind of made of the same materials. I should have wore the matching yoga pants, but I didn't.
I,
$5 for a 100 ml bottle. What are we talking about?
what are we talking about here? I remember I messed up with the prohibition shit. I bought quite a bit of it when we were at one of the events, brought it home. And that's back when we were getting juice left and right. And, you know, it was like you would try to hurry up and vape shit. But there was just too much of certain things laying around and you just couldn't keep up. And you were constantly like changing your shit up. Man, I had like at least 3 brand new bottles that went bad because I kind of forgot about them. They got shoved to the back. And then when I finally realized they were there, I'm like, ooh, I'm going to use this and did like a finger test. It was like, oh, no, that ain't happening.
That's how I was with the pistache. I had some pistache laying around. And I tried it.
Holy shit, dude. It wasn't even the pistache. It was the very first one he sent out. The
Yeah,
one,
that's what.
the cinnamon one.
Whatever, I forgot what it's called. The very first one.
We've talked about that one, but God, he sent me so many. And every time he'd hit me up, he said, "How you doing on that stuff?" And I said, "Oh, I'm doing pretty good." And he says, "Well, I got you another shipment coming." And when he'd send a shipment, it wasn't like 1 or 2 bottles. There was like a big box that would show up from freaking Canada, and it'd be like, "Holy shit, man! There ain't no way I can make this much." I finally had to tell him, "Dude, you got to stop."
I would never get liquid free like that for liquids that I liked. I would always get tons of liquid that I wasn't a huge fan of. Always happened like that. Hey, I'm going to send you a box of this. Like, oh no, I don't want that.
I used that shit a lot. I loved it at first, but it got to the point then it was like overly
Mm.
using it, and I got burned out. I was like, oh, I got to do something else. I'll pick it back up later, and it just kind of didn't happen that way. But what are we talking about?
I don't know. Bachelor's
Everything's
all
getting
over.
thrown around, but I don't see names attached.
Bachelor, I think, is on another planet right now. Talking
Oh,
about
I just seen something and I'm going to address this. DC said, ST, what about that cupcake juice you guys used to love? That was the shit. That was a Pillar of Clouds. And he had the vanilla cupcake and the strawberry vanilla cupcake. And I swear to God, however he was making his shit had just a barely, barely a little bit of a yellow tint to it, but it was almost clear. That juice could sit for 10 years and never change color and still be as good as it was first day you opened it.
E Sigma. Terry buys. Terry buys. What is Terry in chat? He buys Vapetasia from this E-Sig Mafia place, and it's like $5 for like a 100 ml bottle. It
Not
doesn't sound like
fucking
it's.
Terry.
It
Ain't
doesn't
no
sound
way.
legit.
Well, first of all, you said he buys. There ain't no way he's buying. He might be buying the generic one at
That's.
somewhere else.
I think it's a clone because he's buying this juice for like dirt cheap. I don't know if it's real or not. I mean, I don't know how they could sell it so cheap, and who knows.
Mohawk juice is always clear and lasts years and never turns dark. Those are like those
Mohawk.
are some of the best ones right there. But that Pillar of Clouds one, that vanilla cupcake, dude, that was the shit. And unfortunately, that man went out of business when all these other folks started going down.
It's bootleg juice. Yeah, I think for that price, I don't think it's. I mean, I'm not going to say it's not real because I don't have any proof of that, but I should have asked Vapetasia when I did the video for that Disposable if they sell their juice to that place because it's awfully cheap.
Here's the thing, too. So, Zegans had us in a big group of folks, and Zegans was always dealing with every one of these juice companies. And he would be their promoter, but I guess as part of the deal, hey, you got to send it to him. So we'd all get these huge boxes in of all these different juices from different places. And sometimes there would be some damn good shit in there, but sometimes it would be things that I could pick up the bottle and knew right off the bat, this is just something I'm not going to do right here. So I finally had to tell Ziggins one day, I said, look, I said, I appreciate what you're doing. And what we would do is on all these shows back then, we would kind of promote them on the shows if we liked them or showed them off or whatever the case might be with them.
Mm-hmm.
But it got to a point, I started to tell Ziggins, I said, look, I got some shit kind of building up here. And I said, why don't you just send me the stuff that, so it doesn't go to waste? You know, it's kind of like flavors that I like. He's like, no. He said, you're on the list. He says, you're getting whatever the rest of the guys. I'm like, okay, I ain't, whatever then. So Ziggins was
that was pretty much his job. He'd be like,
he was a promoter. Yep.
And part of it, the product from the company, whether it be like an atomizer or juice, you'd have to send it out to whoever you work with. Which is kind of how, that's how you promote shit, technically.
Damn, there's an old milk of the poppy. I remember that shit.
That used to be good, but I think they changed that recipe because when I bought it years later, it was totally different.
There's Ginger. Ginger, what was the one that you just had not too long ago that you loved so much and you got it and you said it didn't have the same taste anymore?
That's the stuff I got.
The 5.
No, the what's it called? Philip Rock stuff. But then
that's what it was. But then all of a sudden he said he started liking it.
Yep. I think he got paid.
He must have gotten paid. He got him a paycheck to say, hey, all of a sudden this was nasty as hell. Now it tastes like gold. So
Milk of the Poppy used to be my favorite, but back when I think when Matt from Suck My Ma was heavily promoting it, I used to really like, and I like their Killer Custard too, but then it changed.
Yeah.
Creme de la creme. There we go.
Yeah, I remember when Vaptasia first hit the damn scene. I vaped their shit for a good while on top of when they introduced the strawberry one. I loved it just as much and was rocking with those for a while until I kind of got burned out with that shit.
I don't think I think a lot of juices, the diacetyl, I think I don't know what the hell diacetyl is, if it's like an ingredient or a chemical, but whatever it is, it changed the flavor of many, many, many juices.
It's what gives you the diabetes.
Yes. Mark had Scotch tape on his car. I will send you this bottle. We'll trade bottles. How's that? Send me a good bottle, and I'll send you my bottle, and we'll see. This tastes just like Scotch tape.
Hold on. I'm kind of, you know me. I'm getting like you. So what are we talking about Scotch tape now? I'm
the
kind of
creme de la creme that I got tastes like sweet Scotch tape to me.
How does a sweet Scotch tape?
Well, Scotch tape already tastes sweet, I guess. But it
hold
tastes
on.
like Scotch tape.
When's the last time you tasted Scotch tape?
Like like when you lick an envelope, that's what it tastes like.
Okay, well that's not Scotch tape, I don't believe.
Yeah, I think it tastes the same. I guess maybe. I don't know. It has like a tape taste to it.
Hold on. Do I got? You know what?
But I let it steep, but the other juices are good. Taste it. It tastes sweet to you.
We're gonna do a taste test right now. Let me get my
any
appropriate tools here.
I could have sworn
All
Scotch
right,
tape.
here we go. Just so y'all don't think I'm lying to you.
That's creme de la creme, right? Creme de la creme. Creme de la creme.
If that's creme de la creme, they're absolutely zero taste.
Oh,
so
okay,
you're
then
tasting nothing.
I'm thinking of the envelope glue then or whatever.
And I'm probably going to get sick from whatever's been on this nasty ass tape forever. So I probably won't be on next week. So there you go, folks.
I'm telling you, it ain't just me. And I swear, and I'm not crazy because I go back through my text messages. I swore he texted me and he said that it also tasted horrible. But then like weeks later, I get another text. He's got like 100 bottles in front of him. This is the best ever.
Ed Barkley says, "Damn juice on E-Sig Mafia is cheap. Was just checking on the site."
I
You
know, ain't
know,
it?
I still get, even though I thought I hit the unsubscribe shit on some of these, I'm still getting that, what is it? E-Juice discount or what is
You
it?
just direct.
E-Juice Direct. That's it.
Yeah, I still get.
Dude, they must be like voiding out if you try to unsubscribe from it.
Yep.
Just keep sending this shit. So
Another place, and they're in Illinois. I ordered from them. Another place that takes forever. They use that weird ass shipping.
I will no longer. I've got my source I use, but I will never ever order off of anything that's named E-Juice Direct, disc, whatever it is, because that one place we ordered from, everybody's cards got hacked, and I never trust any of that shit again.
Yep.
What was that place? What was the name of that?
Was it like it was like E-Juice BOGO or E-Juice discounts or some shit like that?
E-Juice BOGO.
And everyone got their card hit with that place too.
Buy one, get one free.
Yep, that should have been a sign right there that it's just a bad site.
What they did, they overcharged you on the first one to make up for the second one.
The old school clown juice line. I don't remember clown juice, but I remember. God damn, what was that? Oh, serial killer. I remember hearing about that juice, and I searched high and low all across Illinois, and I found a bottle of it in a glass bottle for like $80, and I bought it, and that was the best juice I ever had in my life.
Hippie, right? Hippie said Terry buys that clone juice from E-Sig Mafia. That's where he's getting that damn clone fucking Vaptasia shit from.
Yeah. I think he said it was like $5 or $6 a bottle. I'm like, dude, there's no way that's Vaptasia. It can't be.
Because I guarantee you, all these well, I ain't going to say all of them, but there's a lot of shady juice places out there. It's some young ass dude sitting in his bedroom that's got some old stock of juice, and he's got one of those little
Label makers.
that, and he's got some way of getting your credit card info and fucking you on that deal.
Dr. Crimmy's. Man, that was like the biggest e-liquid scandal of like the century.
Wasn't that the Vaping Legion that did like the big video on them?
I
The
thought it
creamy
was.
shit.
But man,
Didn't
that
they have
was
like
one that,
video where they were inside that place or some shit?
like their bathroom was next to the
Yeah.
mixing room or something like that shit went down in like history right there.
There was a dude like stirring shit up in an old tub that was in a warehouse. Yep, sure. I know of many of people that got their card hacked at that BOGO bullshit.
Yeah, I think not everyone, but a lot of people I think got hit.
Yep.
Ooh.
Oh, I forgot about that place, but I never had any problem. My Freedom Smokes, I used to get a lot of, because they were cheap on getting like, that's when the Caliburns were first kind of hitting the scene, and they had cheap pods, and I'd always like go ahead and just order another Caliburn. I had so many Caliburns laying around here because I would always think, man, this one's probably going to die on me, so I need another one because I always kept a pod on me. So, dude, I had USB cables laying all over this desk with pods plugged in all over the shit so I could just pick one up and be ready to go with it.
Oh my god. All right. Well, I don't think it's ever been possible, but this
What?
guy is annoying the shit out of me, whoever he is. I need some spectacles. That motherfucker's just been talking trash since the show started. Like, at least say something halfway decent if you're gonna make a joke afterward. Jesus.
Well, there you go.
You get timed out for 300 seconds, mister. Speaking of timing someone out, Ginger, when is the awesome looking mod coming out? That picture he posted with those colors, holy shit, that thing looked awesome.
Oh, that's right. Didn't the pre-order start today?
Did it start today?
I think they did.
Picture? I gotta see that picture. That was a pretty sweet picture. I know everyone hates when we talk about boxer mods, but
Shit.
it's one of those things.
That's what that's what it's about. If you can get you one, you ain't got to buy you nothing else.
Oh, here it
What's up, country boy?
is. Da-da-da, look at them motherfuckers, man. Woo wee, that orange and black, the white and black, those are sweet looking.
Yeah.
I'm
That
glad he took my advice on doing the two-tone out of the box.
Here
Thank you,
we
Ginger.
go. Here we go. That's just Mark's way of saying, "Hey, I feel like I've gave you a good idea. Now, when will it be in the mail?"
I didn't sell mine. It's sitting. I'm waiting for that one to arrive so I could sell this one. I'm still using it.
He's just waiting for that one to come, Ginger, so he can sell the other one.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know why Vapor DNA won't deliver to New Hampshire. Everyone else does. I don't. I don't have a clue why.
I ordered from them and their shipping was normal. They had regular USPS and it showed up at normal time.
I know I was getting ready to
Expensive.
order some of those Timmy coils off of there, but realized after all the bullshit and fees I was fixing to have to pay, they were going to come up higher than what the actual cost of the coils I was ordering. I was like, dude, this is stupid.
Yep.
I'm pretty, not to say that I won't maybe try some other shit, but so far these Mucklin coils I've been pretty happy with.
Oh yeah, they're really good. They're really nice. I got Angel's coils in my Burrow mod. I got the Mucklin coils in my RTA. Just trying to see like how long. Like they all vape really good. They don't. I guess I don't know. They seem to vape a little better than the Coilology coils. I'm just curious to see how they like hold up. I don't
With
have to clean them as much. It seems
the
like they don't
Mucklin
get it.
coils,
Yeah, like Angel's coils and the Mucklin coils. They don't seem to gunk up as quick as like the Coilology coil.
yeah. Well, I bet you anybody that's doing something with better wire is
Yeah, they can.
probably going to get better results from it in the long run.
How can I get some Enigma, whatever clouds? The fuck is that? Is that a juice? I can't read.
That could mean a few things right there.
E-ciggity. I miss e-ciggity.
What did Troy said? The good old days when we could order anything from anywhere. E-ciggity, Vape Happy. Man, I forgot about Vape Happy. 8 Vape, MF. Well, MVS Mark still has this shit going. Element. Hell, don't forget about Wet Vape. They're still going.
I can't believe they're still going.
Wet
That's like
Vape
back in the day
actually
when
used to
Mike.
have good shit on there a long time ago. I've ordered a few things from there.
I just remember that place from Mike and his goddamn loopy or whatever it was
Yep.
called. He used to vape all the time.
Dude, I still remember to this day my first online place. Actually, it was the second online place. The first one, I don't remember the name of it, but it was in Illinois. It was some little hole in the wall place. Uh, Damn it, what was the name of that place? I ordered a little bit of juice from there, but then I found Sweet Vapes, and it was like in Wisconsin or some shit. And it had kind of a gayish looking site.
Hmm.
But dude, he had all the cool shit on there. That's where I bought my, oh man, what was that tank? Dude, if
Finger
I,
sub tank.
it was a sub-ohm tank. If I don't look right now, I gotta look. Hold on.
As long as you're not vaping sugar, they should last a year plus. Shit, I'm vaping all sugar. My shit crystallizes the minute I put it on my coil.
Give me a second, folks.
Bye, where you going, Jason?
He's going
Act like
to
you gotta go somewhere.
he's going to watch Grimm.
I just ordered from Hit That Donut. What? Hit That Donut.
There it is. The Joytech Delta 2.
Oh god, that thing.
The Delta 2. I always want to say I felt like I searched up and down when I bought that. Everybody got the stainless one at first. And there's where the few videos were at. I bought the black one because I thought the all black was cool looking. And I did a little video on the black one. And at that point in time, I couldn't find a soul that had done a video for the black one, even though it was just a different color. And I was thinking, yeah, I am the shit on the internet because I'm the only one that's got this particular model up. But
That was the one where the tank. I think the tank wouldn't come apart to clean it.
no, because the glass was made up into the. And the bad thing about it was hard to tell where the juice level was at. And it was like it was like you would hit on it just for a few, and then you'd say the hell with it, and you put juice in it because you didn't want to run out.
I hated that damn tank.
Ginger says, I got one in stock ST if you need to know. Shit, I've still got the original one. I still got it.
The Philip Rock Looper, and it seems like their other flavors are good. It's the darker stuff that isn't like all the fruity stuff. Well, I haven't tried them all yet, but the Looper is still spot on. Like it's perfect, just like it used to be, which is weird because the creme de la creme is. Unless I got I don't see like a bad bottle, but
Yeah, I don't know.
like it tastes like it, but it seems like it's missing like one like main core ingredient. Like it's almost there, but it's like it's missing like this really dark like flavor, like the coffee part of it or something like that. It seems to be missing. Did you speak to ST about the email I sent? So I don't know if he wants to talk about it, but Bachelor emailed me about that one thing you told me about that video of that person that was crying. I guess he's
yeah.
also subscribed to that person, and he told me about it. I'm like, yeah, I checked it out, but I didn't know nothing. I don't know nothing more about it. So
I've seen a few little things go up, but
and you got to be careful. I told Batch like you just don't know, you know.
yeah,
You don't know the situation. You don't know.
I've looked at it and I've tried to, and I hate sitting here talking about it and not letting them people what I'm talking about, but it's not my business to, you know, to go into all that. So I'm going to leave it at that. I'll leave it at that. But,
Y'all ever vape the in-house juice from your local vape? I used to vape.
the Skipper Pie.
Oh, that was good.
The Skipper, that was Garrett.
Yep.
Garrett bought that shit and was like hooked on it, and we used to sit in a room, and Mark was like, "Well, shit, I think a couple of y'all ordered it."
Yeah, I got tired of hearing him talk about it. I went to order it, and sure enough, it's really good.
It was the peanut butter shit, wasn't it?
Yeah,
yeah.
And it was like it was really good. What the fuck was the name of that? Oh, Signot. There we go.
What?
The name of our local shop back then was called Signot, and they had an e-liquid called Butts, and it was a tobacco e-liquid with pieces of tobacco from a cigarette floating in the juice.
What? Ooh.
And I didn't realize that could probably clog your coil. I didn't know that back in the day, but that shit was pretty hot. People would buy it.
Holy shit.
At least Scott isn't 666. What the fuck is that? Oh, never mind. Your video count.
Yeah, I'm not doing the
I've seen that.
the horns anymore. Dude. So I just happened to find, well, I've seen it already, but I was on Facebook for a few, and I just stumbled across it, and I just had to share it. I feel like I shared it already once, but dude, if y'all go on my group and see that Motley Crue thing, that is the funniest shit right there. Because again, I know I've seen it before, but just to sit there and watch it again, it is absolutely hilarious. Have you seen that one?
Where Vince is singing and they got words.
Yes. Oh my God, that shit is just so hilarious right there. But
doesn't he go back and at least listen to what
I'm sitting here thinking, so for the original post of that, I mean, there was a shit ton of comments, and I'm reading some of the comments on there real fast. And so many people were talking about how they had been to that concert and were so pissed off that they wanted their money refunded. You know, they were like, dude, how can you go out there and perform like that and none of your words make a damn bit of sense?
I don't get it. I just don't get it. Like how he can do that. I take some balls to like not give a shit and just start singing. Yeah, we can. Like,
I mean, just throwing some crazy shit out there. And then there was even a point at the end of it where he's trying to belt out a scream or something, and it is all jacked up. But I don't know, man. I just don't know how they can pull that shit off, but I guess they did.
and now they're apparently using backing tracks. Like, I think his singing would be a little bit better if they were using backing tracks.
Isn't isn't Mick Mars gonna
Suing.
doing or isn't he doing something on his like isn't he doing some he did something on his own.
No, he didn't. At least not that I know of.
He did that other band.
What band? Big Mars was in another band. I don't
Hold
know
on,
that.
hold on,
I know because they got John Five now
hold on.
trying to sue.
What whoa, did I get messed up?
I think he might have mixed people up.
Hold
Marvin
on.
was there, and it was funny as hell. I'd be embarrassed to go up on stage and sing like that.
Hold on. Vince Neil, Tommy Lee, Mick Mars. Who was the
Nikki Six, bass player.
Nikki Six did his own thing. That's what I'm saying. That's what I got mixed up. Nikki Six had started it's called 6 AM.
Oh, was it? Oh, I didn't know that.
He started but this was years ago.
Oh,
They only did, I think, like 2 albums. But I heard that he was maybe going to do something again with Motley Crue without Vince Neil.
wow, that'd be weird.
I thought I heard that. Now I could be wrong.
Yeah, it almost seems like Vince Neil's not even a part of the band. Like he just goes there, he sings, and then he goes home. Like he has no affiliation with
Oh,
the
that's
band.
right. Marvin Norton was there,
Congrats, Marvin.
which shocks me because I didn't know that they would make room to put one of those hospital beds out there in the crowd. But boy, I'm showing my age now. Where I can't even remember the members in there, and that was during my time right there. But
I've seen them I think it was one of my first concerts with Motley Crue.
have you been seeing the latest? I guess Metallica just played in France.
Man, their shit is like, woo. Sounds better than the album.
Have
Stage is set up.
I'm seeing a lot of short videos of James Hetfield getting ready to go up on stage, and he's always smoking like a cigar,
Yep.
and he'll have his dude there with his guitar ready, you know. But I guess I never realized. I mean, he's like choking down on that Joker before he goes up there. It's amazing that.
His divorce is over. I think that's maybe what he's kind of celebrating. Maybe people are
Oh,
saying
okay.
that he's happy that
Dude,
he's divorced now or something. I don't know.
he is what 70? And he?
No, he ain't. Is he? No, he's got to be in his
Oh no
sixties.
no
I
no!
think.
Hold on now. Let's look
That
real.
motherfucker's in his
Look up
70s.
James Hetfield real quick. See what he's at.
Mm, he is 59.
Oh shit! Damn, I'm way off.
I was gonna say, damn, can't be 70.
Dude, he looks older than fit, but I mean,
Yeah.
apparently through the life he's been living, but it's still
Damn.
crazy to think that he's at that age and still getting up there doing his thing.
There's some. I don't know if he's just happy that he's divorced, but I just noticed like, yeah, he's smoking cigars. He's like doing. He's like doing concerts in his like Dago tee. Usually he's like dressed up in like a black leather
Yeah.
jacket. Like he's pretty kind of clean cut, but now he's like letting loose a lot more. I wonder if he's just happy that he's got a new girl in his life, or if shit's taking a turn again or not.
I'm still kind of down with the fact that I I know they got a badass bass player, and I'm not knocking dude. And I remember not actually seeing them at a concert, but I remember when Cliff started off with the band.
Hmm.
But it always seems like Jason Newstead should be the
Yep.
basis for them. And that just, it seems like he should be a part of that group.
Yeah, I'm not a fan of what's his name, Robert
The
Tahili or whatever his name is.
Yeah, he just, to me, it's just like, I guess because you've got all the original members still there, and even though you think about it, he's been in the band for a long time now. It's
Yeah.
still, it just like, he doesn't fit the bill for,
Plus, Jason Newsted is now like on the road. He's like doing Metallica songs with his band.
yeah.
So it's kind of weird. It would have been cool if Jason Newsted, joined Megadeth since they got rid of their. That would have been like the biggest drama of the century right there. But that didn't happen.
Holy shit. I seen, I guess they were getting, Megadeth was getting prepared to do some concert not too long ago, and they were practicing some shit before they actually did the concert. And man, to see Dave Mustaine now, like he looks like he can barely move around and just crazy looking.
These motherfuckers are old.
Ginger says Motley Crue should replace Vince Neil with Chad Kroger. Yeah, Mark would
Oh,
love that.
you know, Nickelback is still in there, and they're hanging in there pretty tight. They're not flopping like Motley Crue is and everybody else. They're not selling out in Las Vegas or anything like that. Robert Trujillo, I can't say his last name. Trujillo, whatever.
Yeah, that dude just doesn't. He
Yeah,
doesn't. He's never done it for me.
yeah, nope, never did for me either.
And I guess everybody's got their style of how they play. I get kind of burned out with because he always keeps his strap down where his bass is like at his knees, and he's always kind of like just like doing. It just I don't know. There's something about it I don't.
And it, like, I guess he was a bass player for Ozzy. I can't picture that dude in Ozzy. I could picture him in Suicidal Tendencies. I think that's where he's originally from. I think, but not in Ozzy. I don't know.
Oh, I didn't realize he played Nazi.
Yeah,
But Ozzy's had so many damn people come and go out of his camp, so
yeah. You don't even know who's who anymore. Music wise, grunge is my style. What's your favorite grunge band? And if you say Nirvana, that's easy way out. Even though Nirvana is like one of the best bands, or was one of the best bands.
obviously Randy Rhoads was a great guitarist with Ozzy, but I think Zach was also
Oh yeah,
like to me Zach,
that was
even though
awesome.
he's kind of doing his own thing now. To me, Zach and Ozzy were like a perfect team.
Yep, the albums he did with him were awesome.
Yep.
Foo Fighters, there we go. They got a new drummer, whatever that. I don't know who that guy. Something Fuse, or I don't know who. He's some popular drummer, but I don't know who he is.
Troy V, I agree with you 100,000,000%. He said, "Ever think how great Metallica could have been if Cliff didn't die? They would have never made that crap album they did if he lived." I will say this: up till when they got to one, the album, everything from there on, I just kind of slowly started losing my interest.
The Black Album was really good. I thought. I liked Load and I know a lot of people don't like Load and Reload, but I thought they were good. They were different. I got tired of the same old like Master of Puppets and shit like that
I
songs.
wore that album out to death, and I literally wore that one out to death. Even I love Garage Days Revisited. That was
Yep.
badass. Probably wore that some bitch out too, but
The
yeah, when you started getting into like the Reload and all that shit, I mean, it's like they were kind of going in a bit of a different direction than where they were coming from.
It's kind of like a rock album almost.
Yeah,
They're
but
like their new album. I remember when they dropped the first new song on YouTube, and I listened to it. I'm like, holy shit, this is fucking horrible. And it's almost like they released the worst song first to kind of, make people get worried. But every other song they released after that, that new album sounds really awesome. I was
I haven't
shocked.
even listened to it, man.
Yeah, the videos are The videos are stupid as hell, but the songs, they're really good.
Iron Maiden, dude. Iron Maiden, I loved Iron Maiden.
I never really listened to them other than
Oh
their
yeah,
popular songs.
Iron Maiden was always good. Man, there's so many good old metal bands that now it's all this. Which I gotta say, I get into some of it, but a lot of it now is a lot of this screaming ass, just
I don't think I know any new bands, to be honest with
it's
you.
kind of definitely all over the place with some of this shit now. But
Two Live Crew.
yeah, Cliff was a, and if I remember correctly, if I remember the story, I believe it was that what was it? Kirk Hammett lost a bet, and that's why Cliff was sleeping in the back of the bus or something like
Oh
that.
yeah, I think that's how the story went down.
Yeah, he lost a bet or some shit. So technically, if Kirk Hammett would have won that bet, it
Yeah, you can
but
easily replace Kirk and no problem.
damn,
Dude, that guy, he seems so like when he talks or does interviews, he seems like he's one step away from like dementia or something. He's just the way he, I don't know, he just seems a little out there. I don't know if he smokes weed or not, but he seems
I've heard
pretty.
so many stories about that man. It's
Yeah,
been all over the place. He doesn't strike me though. He doesn't strike me to be the kind of player that he is.
oh yeah, definitely not.
He doesn't seem like he should be playing metal at all or
Nope.
anything to that fact, but I give him his prompts. He's a damn good guitarist.
Even though people give him shit in hell.
Yeah.
Voice in the Hood is always hard. Come talking that trash, we'll pull your card. You've been watching too much TV there, Bachelor.
Mm-hmm.
Didn't he get hair plugs? Did he? He probably. I mean, he did look. His hair did look like it was thinning. He might have hair plugs.
Dude, I guess this shows you how much attention I paid, or maybe I did pay attention then, but I have forgotten. Apparently, what was it back in 2002? One of the crew in Run DMC got shot and killed,
Did he? I didn't even know about.
or somebody in their crew got killed because it just popped up on a news feed early this morning that they found a suspect, and I'm thinking, if the dude was murdered back in 2002 and you're just that was slow going, or maybe I just kind of half-ass read it. It was when I was waking up this morning,
I didn't hear about that.
but I was sitting here thinking I don't remember anybody in Run DMC being murdered. So, but even if it would have happened, I probably wouldn't have remembered, or I don't know.
The original singer from AC/DC froze to death. I didn't know that. I know he died, but I didn't know he froze to death.
Well, the who was it? The Jam
Oh,
Master Jay got killed.
Jam Master Jay. Oh, then wasn't he like the AC/DC? Wasn't he drunk or high and he fell asleep
One of them
outside or
like
some
threw
shit?
up in his and he gagged on his own or died suffocated on his own vomit.
I know that's how Hendrix died. He choked on his own vomit.
Well, the singer for I thought the singer for ACDC, I thought that's how he
Is it?
died.
Found Scott himself. Drank himself to death. Died in his own vomit. Okay, there you go. That's pretty fucked up. You get so drunk, like
Oh, hold on. Now I'm reading up so I can catch the news here. He was the third suspect they caught the other two before. Now this happened. This happened in 2002, correct? Did I read that correct? Did someone give me a yes?
how the hell did they just now find somebody?
Because it took 21 years to find the third person involved in this. And if I'm correct on what I'm saying here, who in the hell's still looking after 21 years?
Well, I still
Boncho.
think that Easy E would someone injected him with HIV. What's his name did?
Joe said yes. A friend of mine dies checking on it. What? A friend of mine dies choke. Oh, I thought he meant to say choke.
Don't
All
you
right.
wake? I would think if you're passed out and you're vomiting, wouldn't you wake up from choking?
Well,
Or maybe
think
not.
about it.
Yeah,
If
I
you're
guess.
passed out, if you're passed out drunk, you're just passed out like anything else. Think how many people can piss and throw bottles at
Yeah,
you and you don't wake up.
I guess you're right.
Now, isn't that some shit? 21 years. I don't know of, you don't even really see these shows of cold cases that are going back 21 years looking for shit with any success.
That's a hell of a
Unless
cold case.
somebody just,
Came out and said, "Hey, I killed him."
yeah, I mean, somebody would have had to admit to this shit or something. How old's the son bitch that they got?
It's called cold case. Yeah, but 21-year cold case. That's pretty cold.
Yeah, that's like cold in the ground shit.
Mad season. Why have I heard of that? Oh,
We've got too many topics going on in this chat right now. I can't keep up with what. Bon Scott, didn't he overdose? I don't think he did. No, unless,
on alcohol.
yeah. Yeah, I always remember that story of him because I always used to, that was like the first person I think I'd ever heard of dying like that. And I'm like, dude, you were like stupid ass drunk.
I always heard that's how Hendrix died. He was
I thought
either
Hendrix
drunk or
died of
too
an
high.
overdose.
I heard that he choked on his own vomit from being too fucked up or something. But I sleeping. Who knows though? That's what I thought I heard. No DNA test like it was now. I mean, I guess.
Yeah, but still, I mean, I don't know. I know there are cold cases that go after. I've seen some crazy ones that are out there, but still, it's something like that. Dude, if I've gotten away with something after 21 years, I'm going to make damn sure. I'm thinking to myself, hey, I'm going to do whatever it is I can not to be seen, found, whatever the case might be. Thinking in the back of my mind, look, I made it 21 years. Why not take this shit a step further and be real safe? You know, I don't know.
Yeah, I know what you mean. Okay,
Keith
21 times. Holy Jesus.
Keith Moon died an overdose of prescription meds used to stop drinking. What?
They have prescription meds that help you stop drinking? Holy shit.
Good old Hendrix.
I like I listen to his radio played songs. I just don't get what the fascination is about him being like the best guitar player in the world. I don't really see it, but I don't know. Everyone's different, I
Well,
guess.
I think maybe for his time and being a left-hander,
Hmm.
that I don't knock him. I mean,
Oh no, not at all.
but
But people praise him like he's like, like
he to me he's not the best by any means,
yeah,
but
his
he was
shit's
good.
yeah, his shit's definitely different and weird and hard to play, but
All right, let's do this. At the age you are, and out of all the guitarists you know, who would be on that number one pedestal?
ugh, I don't even
Dead
know.
or alive, doesn't matter.
I'd probably say Dimebag because that dude, he was able to carry that band and just be one guitar player. Like, have you ever heard them live? They sound just like the album, and it's just him on that guitar playing. Like, he does some pretty amazing shit. That dude.
Well, see, you would probably have a lot of people say, "Hell no! What the hell are you talking about?"
And I've never heard one person that can that can sound like play his song and sound just like him. Nobody, not even Zach. They're doing Pantera shows now. He can't even sound like him.
Myself, and I've already seen it kind of kicked around. I'm going to go with two. I'm either going to go with Inve or Joe Satriani.
Yeah, Ingve for sure. Joe Satriani. Ingve, yeah, no doubt. That guy's
Because he would just do the craziest shit that like
yeah.
it's just nobody in the world could even at the age he is now. I've seen some things that aren't too far out, and he still shreds it like it's nobody's business. But
That dude is pretty nuts.
I don't know, man. But I guess it's all in the style of music you like too, because you might like a certain style, and then that's the person that's doing it, and everything else is just garbage. But
Yeah. Tony Iommi. Yeah, I mean, there's different styles at different times, like but for me, I the shit that Dimebag, like the way he sounded with the shitty I don't know, I don't know. He was pretty damn good.
what
Buckethead, there's another good one. That guy's fucking he's insane.
I see people start for the people that are in chat right now, which we ain't got that many left now because they're like, "Fuck this." Who is y'all's guitar player? Who would it be? I'm curious to see because a lot of times I'll see some names on here that I'm forgetting because there's obviously a shit ton of badass guitarists out there, but
I would like to see Ingve play like like a Nirvana song or something on his guitar. I would love to see to see what this would
oh, I
what it
know.
would sound like.
Scott, no, I mean, I got you. That's exactly what we were saying. He said technical playing doesn't make for a good sound. You don't have to be the best player to have. I got that. I'm just thinking Slash. Yeah, Slash was badass. It's like whatever kind of stuff you liked, you might gravitate more thinking that was like the all time greatest. But dude, everybody had their style, and there's some people that could pull shit off that even the greatest couldn't pull their sound off.
To me, if you play live and if it's like a one guitar band and you could still sound as good as the album, or you can like make people groove just by your guitar playing and no drums or nothing, you're a pretty good guitar player.
I mean, that goes for the same like on drums. You know,
Hmm.
a lot of people might say Neil Peart from Rush was like the best drummer out there. That ain't necessarily the case. I will say this: he was a badass son of a bitch, but
Yeah.
there's a lot of badass drummers out there. A lot of ones you never hear about. Who was like one of the all-time greatest bassists out there? There's a lot of great ones. And then you even got to break it down like this. Who is the best bassist doing it freestyle with fingers or who has to pick it, you know?
Yep. Like I don't know bass players that much. I would think maybe Flea, but I don't know bass players, so I couldn't tell you. He just seems like he'd be a good bass player, but who knows?
Yeah.
Yeah, Zach Wild's crazy as hell.
Zach is.
He could do all kinds of different styles too.
Oh, yeah, I don't count anybody out. There's shit, man. There's so many good ones out there.
That's Claypool. There you go. That bass player, that motherfucker. He's crazy.
Yep. Yeah, don't Eric Clapton was a damn good one.
John Bonham drummer. Yep.
I heard somebody talking about Pink Floyd the other day, saying that was like one of the all-time greatest bands that was ever around, and I'm like,
Ooh.
Pink Floyd was good, but I don't know if I'd agree with that.
Yeah. I mean,
But again, it's all on what you like to listen to. If that was your thing, that
yep.
might be the all-time greatest.
Like me, Pink Floyd put me to fucking sleep. I can't even get through one of their intros.
I remember listening to Pink Floyd back in the day of like being involved with some other stuff, and it would put your head in a different place just sitting there listening to that shit.
Who was a better pilot?
Damn. Well, we know Randy Rhoads. Phil Collins not bad on drum. No, he wasn't.
I watched some. I was watching some like, was it a '90s or '80s concert where they had like Van Halen and Motley Crue, and there was some Canadian band on there where the drummer is the singer, and they were actually good as hell. Some
Damn.
like '80s or '90s band. Someone will probably know who they are. But that's a rarity when you see the lead singer is the drummer of the band.
Yeah.
Prince.
You can't forget him. Prince was a
Yeah.
badass guitarist.
I wasn't a fan of Prince until like later, closer to his death, and then I realized like how good this dude was.
Yeah. Well, too, if you dig enough, you can find where Prince would do like little concerts with other guitarists,
Yep,
and you could really see this man shine to kind of like you could see what this man could do on a guitar.
that dude was he was wild. John Petrucci. I don't like that guy for some. I don't know what it is about that dude. I think what it is, he uses like those little Music Man guitars, and he's such a big ass dude with this little tiny guitar. It just looks kind of funny.
Marvin said, I saw a concert with Roger Waters and Eric Clapton played as a fill in.
Damn.
Marvin, was you still in the hospital bed back then, too?
Clapton is a fill-in.
Yeah, there was a lot of. Well, there's been a lot of good shit. It's just like today's music is like, and of course, the younger generation's going to say, oh man, all y'all shit was crap back then. What we've got now is the groundbreaking shit, which that happens all the time. But
Yeah, who's that one dude? That one band where his guitar playing is it's like like the what the fuck is that guy's name? It's like a weird looking like half Asian dude with his neck all tatted up. He's got that one band. Was it Clarithia or some
uh,
shit? He plays that weird ass guitar. He doesn't even like play it normal. He just plays.
yeah, I mean,
I
then you're
forget.
just getting into like technique type shit
Yeah.
that like some of it, like, all right, like Inve does get into some crazy. He's fast
Mm-hmm.
and his shit sounds cool, but some of these guys are doing shit that just it starts to lose its music quality and just turns into like, hey, just watch how fast I can move my fingers up and down a neck, cranking out a few. I don't
Yep.
know.
And a lot of the people nowadays are all like internet, like YouTube.
Yeah,
There's no more like record deals or like oh we hear so and so periphery. I can't even say it, but you guys know what I'm talking about. You gotta watch that dude in one of his songs. That dude's talk about weird. Talk about a weirdo. That dude's just so weird. He's definitely for the newer generation. That's for sure. How do you
jack
have
me
a tank
off.
like
Music is just as subjective as e-liquid. There you go. There you
Dragon
go.
Force? That's a band that's fucking. That dude's guitar playing is really off the wall too.
Oh yeah, definitely, definitely. Well, folks, well, you know what? I'll give you 7 more minutes. God, we're doing a 2-hour fucking show tonight. Y'all will make it. I'm making up for last week and not being on Tuesday. So there you go.
Yeah, that Abasi guy, that dude's weird too. Especially with his bent thumb. That guy's his guitars are even weird. He's too like, I don't know, too new for me.
All right. We could even go this far. All-time best singer.
Oh Lord, that's
You're definitely gonna be all over the place there.
for me. It's like Axl Rose, Sebastian Bach. I don't know if I can know of any other ones that are really, really good.
There's too many of them.
Chad Kroger's a good singer. As much as people hate Nickelback, he's
I
a
was
good
kind of
singer.
waiting for you to say that one up front before anything.
He's a good singer. He's not the best at screaming. Like Dave Grohl screams pretty good, but I was more of like a Sebastian Bach, Axl Rose kind of singer. Freddie Mercury definitely. Definitely.
I watched the thing. Did you watch that thing on Skid Row? The little documentary thing.
I don't think so.
It's pretty. I think it's either.
Like a behind the music type deal.
I think it's on Netflix or it's on. It's
Oh,
on one of the things out there. But I watched it. It seems like a couple of months ago. It's pretty good though.
I gotta look it up.
Just talks about all the. Obviously we were together and then bam.
Scott Weiland, he's another good one. Chris
I
Cornell.
never, I never knew until I watched that. I used to, I didn't ever really listen to all the history with some of the shit. I didn't realize that Bon Jovi was kind of involved in all that.
Oh, were they? I didn't even know
Yeah.
that. I gotta watch this. I was a pretty big, not a real big Skid Row fan, but
Later, Ed.
hi Ed.
Uh,
Tatriana. Oh yeah, I can't even say that name.
has anybody else seen I mean, hell, y'all are all pushing around the same age. Did anybody else see the Skid Row thing?
I got something to watch tonight. There's a dude I saw today singing "Amazing Grace." That full range.
Best vocal has to be Marvin Norton in his teenage. That was a lot. That was before we had bands there. Freddie
Yep.
Mercury. Woof.
Whenever, whenever one of their songs comes on the radio, it just does it. I don't know how, because I would like, I don't know. I'd see that band and never think I would be into any of their music, but that dude can just
Oh yeah.
turn anyone into his music.
Yeah.
Temple of the Dog. That was the dude from Pearl Jam and the dude from Soundgarden. Like a mixture of the two bands, I believe. Oh, what's the name of that one band?
Who was the name? Who was the name of the singer from Stone Temple Pilots?
Scott Weiland.
Scott White. He was a good singer.
Yeah.
Not of course not the best, but he
Oh,
was a damn good singer. I always liked his shit.
fuck, what was the name of that goddamn song? I forgot. It was an acoustic band, but they played like rock type songs. And the dude had a really deep fucking voice.
Oh, I know who you're talking about because
I
I
was just
got some
listening
of their
to,
shit. It was strictly acoustic.
yep, I was listening to their,
I'll tell you real quick. Hold on.
because they started touring again, I guess, and the dude's like, his voice is like it's like the lowest voice I've ever heard in my life.
Days of the New.
Yep.
I remember the first song I heard of it go dun 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 dun
Yep.
dun. I forget what the name of that is, but
I think it was like Peel and Stand or some shit like
yeah.
that.
Now, of course, they only had a few songs I liked, and there was like one or two that would never really get played that I started to enjoy, but it was
There's
kind of hit and miss on some of their shit.
is that the song too? No, wait. No, not that dude. There was another band too.
That's not them.
No, that's one of them, but there was another band. The fuck is the name? I just listened to it not too long ago. Let me put the
I
name.
beat you, Jamie.
They have a song called Breakdown. Let's see, Breakdown. Hmm. People probably don't know the band, but if they heard the song, I'm not going to play it, they'd know exactly what I'm talking about. Is that the name of the song? I don't know.
Shelf in the Room and Touch and Feel and Stand were huge songs from Days of the New. Yep.
Yep. Oh, Tantric. There we go.
Yeah, I remember Tantric. Yep.
They're an all acoustic band.
I'm surprised Marvin ain't been saying stuff like the Bee Gees and shit like that since he was all into that damn Dance Fever shit. Bachelor, thank you for the donation. He says, Dan Vask singing Amazing Grace YouTube mark.
I'll look it up after the show. Amazing Grace. Is that like the Amazing Grace?
You know something else that I discovered that I feel like I've seen this movie. It's weird that I've seen it quite a few times because it's like a one and done movie, you would think, but you've obviously watched oh my god, where's my head at? Marvin, I tell you what, it gets hell when it gets to be your age. What was the first John Travolta disco movie? What was it? Saturday Night Fever was the second one, but
Grease or not Grease, right?
not Grease. You idiot!
I'm not a huge fan of that dude.
Somebody say it real quick, so I ain't gotta look this shit up, or I'm looking it up right now. I can't believe I'm having to look this up. That
Whitney Houston had some pipes. Yep, she had a bunch of pipes in her mouth. You see, Rico said Grease too. I'm not the only one who was thinking Grease. Saturday Night Fever.
Was that the first? Was that the first one?
Cotter. Mark, why won't you mention Santana because he's Mexican? I wasn't really a big Santana fan. He's too hippie for me. I'm not into hippie music.
All right, folks, I'm sitting there having a look, so give me a minute.
I don't even think he's Mexican. He's something else. He's like some kind of weird Mexican. Like he's like Latin or some shit. Latin's not really Mexican. They're like high class Mexicans.
What was the? Oh my god!
Don't ask me movie names because you're asking the wrong.
Staying Alive. All right, Staying Alive was the first one, or was it? Hold on, I'm in here trying to look at shit real quick, and obviously I'm not.
Hi, Bachelor.
All right, whichever one was the second one, which I think it was Saturday Night Fever. I believe was that the second one he did. Somebody just say yes or no, so I can know I can go on with the rest of this damn story.
It had to be because Grease was one.
No, Grease had nothing to do with Staying Alive and Saturday Night Fever.
I don't think there was a movie called Staying Alive. I think Staying Alive was Saturday Night Fever.
Well, there was a second. Well, there was two of the, unless it was. Gosh damn it!
I don't think
Mark, look this up. Look up because I can't see it on my damn phone right now. Look up John Travolta and see which one. There was Saturday Night Fever and there was another one. No, Staying Alive was the second.
We got Grease, Pulp Fiction, Saturday Night Fever, Hairspray, Face Off, Look Who's Talking, Staying Alive.
Okay.
Staying Alive was 1983. Saturday Night Fever was
all right. That's where they were. Okay. So I didn't know this about Staying Alive. So that was the second one of his little disco and bullshit and dancing. Do you know who directed that?
No.
You don't have a clue?
Nope.
Sylvester Stallone.
Are you serious?
And he even made, there's in the beginning of this, and I didn't know this till a little while back, right almost in the opening of that movie, there's a little section to where Travolta's walking down the street and bumps into somebody and they kind of turn around and look and it's Stallone looking at him real quick and they turn around and walk off.
Oh, I got to watch.
He wanted to have just a little miniature section in there and had it. And it's the weirdest thing.
I got to watch that now.
I had no idea that out of all people, Stallone would have directed something like that.
That's pretty crazy.
Which I'm sure he made a killing off of it, but. And I also seen this the other night. There is a possible one more Rambo movie.
I could have sworn. Yeah, I get lost. Like when
Well,
most of my
supposedly you thought when he sat down in his rocking chair at the end of this supposed last one
hmm
that he basically died because he got pretty butchered up in this last one he did. But everybody assumed he sat in a chair and just died. Well, there's a possibility he didn't die, and his old ass is going to maybe put one more out, possibly.
Oh yeah, Rambo 6: New Blood. There's a
Yep.
teaser video out. Damn, he looks fucking mangled in that. Just in that picture. Holy Jesus.
Think about that. How are you going? What are you going to do now? Not to say that even for his age, I know he's still probably in decent shape, but you get to a point, it's like, leave that shit alone and be done with it.
He's 76 years old.
Quit butchering that shit up anymore because honestly,
Yeah, why? I don't understand why he would keep doing it.
I loved the first Rambo. Rambo was a badass movie. The
Hell yeah.
second one wasn't bad, and I kind of enjoyed it, but then they should have left it alone from there. They never should have touched any bit more. But they kept on and kept on and kept on, and he had to do his version of it, and it's just oh my god.
I like the one. I don't know if it's 2 or 3 where he he meets the Filipino chick and he gives her the
That's
necklace.
two.
That's 2. Okay, I thought 2 was pretty good. It gets real like he's hiding out. Like I thought 2 was awesome too. One
See,
was really good, but he didn't really say anything in one. It was kind of like a
but
not
that
so
that
much. It
that
was
was
good
an
though. It was
awesome.
really good.
It was an awesome movie to me.
That's crazy. He's doing another one. Well, see, he's 76. Chuck Norris is 83. Holy shit.
Oh, I thought Chuck was older than that. Well, we
Damn.
know these guys can still pull it off. Seagull can't.
I know Stallone, his daughters have a podcast on YouTube. I know, or a show on YouTube. He's on there sometimes with him.
Rambo 6 is Joe Biden also in there. As much as this man keeps falling down, you would think so. That man fell down again today, and there was news reports. He fell down on a stage at an Air Force base. I haven't actually seen the video yet,
Oh shit.
but I was getting news updates that they say, oh, he's okay now. It's like, who gives a shit? The man can't stay on his fucking feet.
Dude, how can you run a country and you can't? Oh my
I
god.
have no idea.
I want to ask. The next Rambo, he'll be fighting aliens in outer space. That might be kind of cool.
Yeah, they need to be done with that shit.
The Dead Rabbit and the Rambo.
Yep.
You fall up the stairs. Hey, I fell up the stairs a few times, so that's the thing. Yeah, they
Yeah,
are super hot rebuild.
I've
You're right.
seen that. It's kind of shocking for as crazy as what he looks, but I don't know. I don't know. All right, folks, we've gone long enough. It's time to shut this down because you're probably going to see 150-hour live. Mark will probably go live starting tomorrow morning and not shut it down until Angela gets back home, whenever she gets home. So you going at it hard this weekend?
I'm gonna try to. I'm gonna try.
Just staying live?
Got no content, but I might just go live sleeping.
Yeah.
They can watch me sleep.
Well, maybe we'll sneak something up on y'all again, maybe Saturday night, since
That'd be nice.
yeah, we'll sit here and talk the same old shit again, and just we'll revisit this shit. But I think we're going to chill this shit out now. Again, apologize for the disappearance there for a little bit, but it had to be done. But hopefully everything will be back in line starting this Tuesday, and we'll have a full crew here in the house. But time will tell. Anyway, we're out of here. Thank y'all for watching. Smooth outro. Later, y'all. Do, 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 do. Let's see. Remember how to do this shit. Let's see.